are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Williams, the man in motion left. First carry for Najee Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 23-yard line.
Throw left side complete. That's Williams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Wilson will throw again. Flush to his right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Setting up the screen, Harris. On the move past the 40. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line.
That's another Pittsburgh Steeler.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Kirby Joseph there to drop him. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Well, talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive had started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now Wilson. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
A 38-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he goes out right around the 39. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Goff now looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 50 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And Going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Wilson. He's airing it out for Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. After the interception, here's Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Just beating the play clock is Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw is Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Listen.
Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Gone. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Here's Goff. And this is incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now it's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Goff now to throw. Finds Gibbs on a check down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In motion goes the tight end. From the gun, here's Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Williams being motioned left. Goff now looks to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Bates' kick is good, and the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's Warren.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Now Wilson. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Wilson to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Now the Steelers use the 1st of their 3 timeouts as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. He's back to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Warren. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Boy, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Goff now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to hang on